G'day mate, welcome to Captain Industry with me, JD. Today we need to talk about underground pipes. Why underground pipes? Well, because it's been insisted, it's been demanded, it has been complained about that I am not a real civil engineer. I do not build underground pipes. And I thought we should probably address underground pipes. How do you build underground pipes? Why I'm choosing not to build underground pipes at this stage. And we should move on from there. Okay, so underground pipes. Underground pipes are a possibility in captive industry. So at the moment, I have one poor little sulfur truck, which is MIA. Oh, that's probably him right now. Just went to get fuel. He is moving sulfur from here to here. He has the best job in the world, except somebody put some pipes in the way. Should these pipes be filled in, he'd have a much better time in life. Oh, and because you're not working, this guy's also broken. Cool. All right, so I have this pipe here. As you can see, it's definitely working. We have water flowing that way. We have water flowing that way. We have water coming in from a thingy that's going to run out of water soon. It's okay. We're in a bit of a drought. And I want to fill in all these tiles. Now, you're going to ask me, what am I going to fill in those tiles with? And the answer is, it doesn't matter. In fact, as you can see, I have multiple zones. We've got a bit of sand, we've got a bit of gravel, we've got a bit of trash, it turns out, a bit of dirt, a bit of copper. There's some, no, that was iron, that was copper, that one's gold. Yeah, we're filling it in with trash, basically. It really doesn't matter what you fill it in with, as long as you fill it in. Once that pipe is buried underground, we should see that Mr. Sulfur Truck, on his next trip... Oh, no, he still went around the long way. Probably this trip he can path. Yep, there we go. He's going to come across, pick up the sulfur and go straight back. So we can definitely bury pipes. We can definitely make our life a little bit easier with buried pipes, but I need to talk about buried pipes and why I'm choosing not to do them. So if I remove some of the overlays, sheesh. All right, let's remove that. Let's remove that. Okay. If I grab a pipe, I can see I have that pipe connected there. Now, because that pipe connector's there, I cannot connect into it. I cannot connect into that main pipeline. On top of that, if I put a building on top, this doesn't always work, I will warn. So if I quick deliver that, I actually have a building on top of that now. That pipe connector is still there. We can still see it underground. If I remove the delete key, yeah, that building, quick remove. Okay, it's still there now. It doesn't always stay. It could be tied to actual liquid buildings. I'm happy to give it a second shot, but occasionally your pipes break for no reason other than because they break. It's still there, and if we remove that again. Okay, it's choosing to be nice to me. It's going to stay today. But yeah, I definitely can't connect to that, okay? I could dig my way back down. What are you? You're in tile number 3. So, whoop, we're going to dig there, and there. I could send the trucks back in to dig down to that one section so I can access it to then bring a pipe back out. It is possible. It's not too hard. It'll just take a minute. Now, you might ask, JD, well, if you're going to bury the pipes, can you bury the belts? And the answer is... yes, they're just going to break. You've been warned. Don't bury the belts. The belts have items moving on them. Don't bury them. Pipes, not an issue. They're a pressure vessel. They can hold things. Okay, can we get everybody to go away? God, so much help. So yes, I can connect back into there. Now, I preferred, rather than burying my pipes where they're a little bit awkward to access and have an issue where they might break suddenly, and I have no idea what I've built on top, I prefer this method. This method where I just take some sand, drop it on top, and we just have a pipe that runs underground. It's hooked into here. It's turning water into steam and, well, exhaust, just for proving the point that we actually have an underground pipe. But yeah, I can access that very, very quickly. And no, you need to dig again, guys. Just this one tile, honestly. There we go. It's already uncovered. And I can hook that pipe into... yeah, that'll do. And quick deliver. Unpause. Oh, probably helps if I do that one as well. And we should see this fills up with water instantly. There you go. And at the end of the day, when it comes to sand, and sand is my preferred item to dump on top of pipes, if we just drag that over the top, and the sand guys actually get here. Please tell me we're dumping sand here. Yeah, that's sand. I don't actually have to put a ramp either side. Trucks will just be able to drive straight across. Well, as we saw, that he just doesn't give a shit. Just went straight off the edge. Not a care in the world. So I prefer using sand. I find sand is quicker and easier to put down, and 1 or 2 dump trucks worth can completely cover a pipe, not an issue. Yeah, everybody out of the way so we can see this guy drive over it, please. Come on, drive over. Ah, perfect. Okay. All right, so that is our demonstration for how to bury pipes. If you want to bury pipes, I don't plan on burying pipes anytime in the close future. Actually, we could do that. That's saying non-pathable, but yeah, I've seen trucks drive up it. Okay, it's fine. All right, so I'm not a fan of burying pipes. Now, I will take that back. If you are planning on putting in major infrastructure, okay, you want to put in an aqueduct from, you know, one side of the island to the other side of the island. When you want to put it in from the sea right the way across the island to all the farms, then I'm definitely a fan of an aqueduct. But if you're going to build an aqueduct, let's do it properly. So here we're at ground level +3. I dug down to -2, being 5 levels deep. I dropped a retaining wall in, and that gives me room for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 pipes, because this is too wide. Okay, 2 pipes at tier 3 at 450 a piece is a lot of throughput. A lot of throughput. So you could have a lot of water traveling across your map, and then when we're done, can I delete the button? Obviously, we're going to have some problems with the retaining wall, with the areas where there is no retaining walls. Oh, okay, Unity, the whole thing, please. Yeah, so we are going to have a problem with some cave-ins on the side where, you know, I hadn't finished landfilling it in, but let's do this side. It's probably a better example. There to there, and we'll throw a unit problem. So it happens instantly, and at the end of the day, you should just be left with your pipe sticking out of the ground and some weird grounds. We can call it a highway. Speaking of highways, that's probably going to be the next video. I need to talk about roads. It's been requested that Captain Industry needs roads, so we should probably talk about roads in the next video. So how do we build a simple version or a complex version? To start it off, you start at ground level. Okay, with the flat tool, you press the Q button to go down 1 level, and you drag out which section you want. Okay, from there, at both ends, you press the F button to go for a ramp, and you want to scale it up at both ends. Then you want to ask as many excavators as you have possible to come across and help. And I really wish we had more helpers, please. Can I get all the helpers, please? And all the trucks. Yes, all the helpers with all the trucks. Well, all the trucks at least. So we want to dig just a narrow trench, okay? As said, as we've shown, you can run these for as long or as short a distance as you want. I will probably be... You're kidding me, right? I will probably be putting in a aqueduct at some stage on this map or my current Let's Play series or another map. I don't know. And I will probably be doing something insane when it comes to... Really? You are the worst... These are the guys that are trying to form a union, I promise you. Okay, so I will probably be putting in an aqueduct at some stage right across the map to desalinate salt water and turn it clean. It makes sense, but only if it's straight pipes and large infrastructure. Oh, actually, before somebody asks, can I get a pipe balancer? And we're going to tuck you right there. That's about as close as I can get. Can I? Thank you. Quick deliver. And I want to put, well, that tile. Wrong button. There and there. Yeah, so pipe balancer looks okay until it's not. So yes, you can't balance pipes. You can only do things with connectors. There we go, we're done. So as for laying in the pipes, first off, if you're on the side of the trench, so let's come here. Getting a pipe out the side of the trench means it has to go towards the middle. Don't forget these trenches are only, can I remove that? They're only 4 tiles wide, so you don't have a lot of room to start with. So what I really recommend is you probably run the pipes down the middle, and your best way to get into a trench is just go straight in. Okay, the game will handle that pretty well. As for getting out, the game does some weird things. So what you actually want to do is you want to stop one tile. Can I get those back, please? I want that. I want F. No. There we go. So now we can see what we're doing. We're going to visual representation. You want to stop one tile short of the end of the flat and go out. That should give you a nice curve. The other option is you come in from one end, you come in from the other. You pick which end you're going to exit from, and you just toggle the direction on the pipe, and then you connect the two in the middle. Okay, that will also give you a nice curve to get the pipes in and out. And I'm going to throw uni at them so they're instant built, and voila, voila. We have a couple of pipes. They are now underground, and then as always, we just choose what we're going to fill over the top. In my case, I think this one will be all sand. But yeah, fill them in over the top, and you've got a couple of underground pipes to do with as you wish. Upgrading pipes underground is, again, hit and miss. Let's just get one filled in as quick as possible. Alright, we can call that buried enough. You may also notice that the very large trucks have a very hard time filling in very small amounts of soil. Okay, I really recommend you hang on to a couple of old excavators and old pickups if you want to bury a whole bunch of pipes, because these guys get very, very confused when they show up and they dump. You hold 60, and you can actually dump something. You dropped off 12 sand. And then your two friends that came to do the exact same tile all have to run away. Okay, so yes, upgrading these, actually we'll do two. So we'll upgrade that one, and upgrade that one with Unity. So doing one with Unity, not an issue. Having the trucks do the other one should work. Oh, it unburied it. Well, there you go. It completely unburied it. And preparing for upgrade, you've got one part so far. There's the rest of the parts. Unbury it, that unburied as well. So, severe risks to upgrading pipes after they've been laid underground. You have been warned. Anyway, I think that is going to bring us to the end of this short little video. It is a short one. It is quite intentional because I asked some simple things. I asked you to like the video because now you know how to do underground pipes. I have given you the warnings of why you should probably maybe consider not doing underground pipes. At the same time, I'm going to ask you to subscribe because the next video is probably going to be on roads. Because I had a lot of people ask me, why don't we have roads in captive industry? Captive industry is everything about trucks and excavators. Why don't we have roads? So in the next video, we need to build some roads. But with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the very next video about roads. All right, bye.